joining me here at Yoga with Eva Bratschi. Let's go get head started. Our peak pose today is going to be toppling tree. Get into a nice seated Sukhasana position. Legs are crossed and backs of the hands are on the knees. Go ahead and go into your sun seal mudra, which is placing the ring finger at the base of the thumb and then turning that thumb over onto the ring finger. This will help with staving off any type of inertia and also with activating drive and creativity. Close your eyes, take a nice 6 to 8 count breath in. And exhaling through the nose, 8 to 10 count. And inhale. And exhale, let all the tension that you have gathered from the day or the day before just roll off the back. And inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. And inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, feel the breath as it goes through the nose passageway and into the lungs. Filling the lungs with life, and as you exhale, letting everything go, all the stagnant air, any type of stress or tension. And inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and try to do that 8 to 10 count inhale. And exhaling 10 to 12 count. And inhale. And exhale. Focusing in on our breath. If the mind starts to wander, just go ahead and focus in on the breath. And as you inhale, think of the nourishing air that's filling the lungs. And exhaling, letting all the stress and tension go. Taking care of ourselves here, creating time and space for you. Maybe you fall into your natural breath, that's fine. Taking care of ourselves this morning, go ahead and take the left hand, place it beside you on the mat. The right hand goes up towards the ceiling. A nice fold towards the left side of the room. And back to center. Take that right hand, place it on the mat beside you. Left hand up towards the ceiling. And fold over towards the right side. And notice if you feel more of a stretch on one side than the other, maybe some of the muscles in the hips or the side are a little bit tighter. Go ahead and turn over on your mat. I want you to take your feet, place them towards the top of your mat. Nice staff pose here. Flex the feet back towards you. And release the flex in the feet. As you do that, go ahead and take yourself down to the mat. Bring the knees up towards the chest. Your nice little squeeze there, flexing the feet, and release the legs to a 90-degree. Take the hands out to a T. And take the knees to the left side of the room as you look over to the right. Or your eyes can be closed, that's fine too. Nice supine body twist here. And back to center, take the knees over to the right side. As you look to the left shoulder's relaxed. Flex the feet. Or you can just allow them to get a natural position. Very good. Go ahead and bring the knees back to center. The feet are on the mat, hip width apart. Take the hands overhead. Nice big stretch. Reaching those fingers towards the back of the room. And release the stretch and take the knees to the left side of the room. If you need a little bit more stretch here, take that right knee and push a little bit more towards the floor. Back to center, take the knees to the right side of the room. And if you need a little bit more stretch, go ahead and take that left knee and push it down towards the mat. Very good. Go ahead and bring the legs back to center. Go ahead and tuck your hands underneath the glutes. Extend the legs to the top of your mat. The elbows are now pointing towards the mat, and I want you to lift the torso up towards the ceiling, going into your fish pose. Flexing the feet. And go ahead and bring those shoulders back to the mat. Bring the feet back to the mat. Hip width apart, closer to the glutes. Go ahead and take the hips up towards the ceiling. As you do that, I want you to tuck your shoulders underneath, bind the hands underneath the body. Take the index fingers and press them against each other, left finger over right finger. Go ahead and release the body gently. Bring the hips back to the mat. Take that left ankle and place it over the right knee. And I want you to take the hands, palms facing the floor. Go ahead and lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Pushing the hips up. Glutes are tight. Back down towards the mat and alternate feet, taking the right ankle over the left knee and then pushing the hips up towards the ceiling. Weight is on the shoulders, not on the neck. Very good. Go ahead and bring the hips back towards the mat. And I want you to go ahead and extend the feet to the top of the mat and go ahead and lift yourself up to staff pose. This time, take your hands behind you at about a 35-degree angle. Bring the feet to the mat, hip width apart. We're going to go into our reverse tabletop. So go ahead and take the hips up towards the ceiling. And nice long neck here. Or if you'd like, you can allow the neck to kind of rest here. whatever is more comfortable for you. Very good. Bring the hips down to the mat this time. We're going to extend that right leg, take the left ankle, place it over the right knee, bring that right leg back onto the mat, and we're going to go into our reverse tabletop. Very good. Go ahead and take the hips back towards the mat. Take that left leg and extend it to the top of your mat. Take the right ankle, place it over that left knee, bring that left foot back up, and let's go into our reverse tabletop here. Bringing the hips back towards the mat, and both feet are extended to the top of your mat. Nice staff pose here. Nice deep breath in, big circle overhead, and swan dive down, taking the hands to the bottoms of the feet if you can. If you can't, you can be here at your ankles. We want to make sure the belly is over the thighs. Chest to thighs. Keeping the back as straight as we can. And halfway up, inhale. And go ahead and exhale. Take it all the way down. If you can, take the nose as close as possible to the knees. Very good. Go ahead and cross the legs in front of you. We're going to go into our tabletop. You can scoot back a little bit on your mat. If you have something to support your knees on, you can go ahead and get that now and place it on the mat. And go ahead and come up to your tabletop. Back is in neutral position. And go ahead and go into your cat pose, taking the spine up towards the ceiling, tucking the chin into the chest. If you need a little bit more here, you can go ahead and lift the knees off of the mat about 2 inches. And bring the knees back to the mat. Tuck the toes, go into your cow pose, taking the tailbone and the chin up towards the ceiling. Nice, waking up the spine here. Go ahead, untuck the toes, go back into that cat pose. Knees back on the mat if you lifted them up. And go ahead and tuck the toes. Go into your cow pose. Very nice. Go ahead and go back into neutral spine. I want you to take your left hip and your left shoulder towards each other as you look over your left shoulder. Back to center, look over the right shoulder, take the right hip and left shoulder towards each other. Very nice. Go ahead and tuck the toes and go back into your downward facing dog. Taking the hips up towards the ceiling, heels are on the mat. If you can't place the heels on the mat, that's fine. And arms are nice and strong. Fingers are evenly spread apart here. Taking those shoulders towards the ankles. Creating nice blood flow here. Strengthening the immune system. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Notice if there's any tension or tightness around the muscles here in the neck. Go ahead and go to your high plank. And come halfway down. Chaturanga. All the way down. Untuck the toes of Cobra. Relax the glutes here. Create space between the ears and the shoulders. Look over the right shoulder. Back to center. Look over the left. Back to center. Go ahead and come back to the mat. Tuck the toes. Go back to your high plank. And then back to downward facing dog. Very good. Go back to high plank. Go ahead and take that right leg, lunge forward. If you need to adjust your pad there for your knees, go ahead and do that now. Bring that left knee to the mat, untuck the toe. The right knee is over the right ankle here. Bring the torso and hands up towards the ceiling. Very good. Now open up towards the right side of the room. Bring both hands back to the mat. Tuck that back toe. Bring the hips up towards the ceiling. Go back into your high plank. Halfway down. All the way down, untuck the toes, up Cobra. Relax the glutes. And bring the torso back towards the mat, tuck the toes, up to high plank, and back to downward facing dog. Doing great here, warming up the body. Increasing our heart rate. And back to high plank. This time take that left leg, lunge forward. Back knee comes onto the mat. Make sure that the knee is over the ankle on the left leg. And then bring the torso and arms up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and open up towards the left side of the room. And go ahead and bring the hands back to the mat. Tuck that back toe, hips up. Come back to your plank position, halfway down, chaturanga. All the way down, untuck the toes. Of Cobra. Bring the torso back down to the mat, tuck the toes, bring yourself back up to plank and back to downward facing dog. Right leg lunge forward. Ready to a high lunge now. Make sure your knee is over your ankle here. And when you're ready, bring the torso and hands up towards the ceiling. And open up towards the right side of the room. Bring that right hand to that back leg, and then take the left hand up towards the ceiling. Very good. Bring both hands back to the mat. Hips up towards the ceiling, going back into that high lunge. Halfway down. Untuck the toes, and then up cobra. I meant to say high plank, not high lunge. Torso back down onto the mat. Tuck the toes, high plank, back to downward facing dog. Very good. Left leg lunge forward, going into our high lunge here. Make sure that the left knee is over the left ankle. Go ahead and take the torso and hands up towards the ceiling. Opening up the hips here. Building strength. And then twist to the left side of the room. And bring that left hand to the right hamstring, and then take the right hand up towards the ceiling. Very good. Both hands back to the mat. Taking the hip up towards the ceiling, going into that high plank. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Halfway down. All the way down. Untuck the toes, up cobra. Relax the glutes. And then come up to modified plank, shifting the hips over the ankles, going into child's pose. Very good. Go ahead and tuck the toes, going back into tabletop, tuck the toes. Go into downward facing dog. Walk yourself towards the back of the mat, going into forward fold. Plant the hands in front of you. Look up towards the front of the class. Or the top of your mat. Release the head back. Go ahead and shake it, yes. Shake it, no. Very good. Nice fold into the knees and halfway up, inhale. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Go ahead and plant your fingers onto the mat. When you're ready, start shifting your weight onto the left foot and take that right foot up towards the ceiling. Going into our standing splits. If you can, go ahead and bind that leg with the left arm, trying to take that right leg up more towards the ceiling. Wherever you're at is fine. Go ahead and bring that right leg down and start shifting the weight to the right side. Taking that left leg up towards the ceiling. Finding the right leg. And bring that left leg back. Let's go into our chair pose. Take that left arm, place it on the outside of the right knee, and take the right arm up towards the ceiling. Very good. Take that left hand, place it over, that right hand, place it over the left knee, and take that left hand up towards the ceiling. Very good. Bring both hands back to center. Lift up. Take the fingers and bind them behind your back. Go ahead and take that chin up towards the ceiling and hinge forward on from the hips. Allowing the hands to flow towards the top of the mat. And fold the knees, come back up. Very good. We're gonna go into our tree pose now. So if you've never done tree pose, or if you're kind of new, or if you're just off sorts today, go ahead and start here with the heel over the ankle. Or you can be here with the bottom of the foot on the calf, or you can bring the heel all the way to the inner thigh and bind there. Now sometimes the leggings don't allow for that because they get slippery and the bottoms of your feet are kind of dry. So go ahead and place the water on the bottom of your feet. And then come back and bind. Going into your tree, prayer hands in front of the chest or heart, and then take those hands up towards the ceiling. If you fall out of your pose, that's fine. Just go ahead and come back into it. And go ahead and bring the hands back down. Foot down on the floor. Take that right foot behind you. Hands are in front of the heart. Going into warrior 3. Go ahead and take the hands out to the sides of your hip. And then start reaching down. Now, if you start to fall out of this, you can always place your hands on the floor in front of you. And this will be your supporting toppling tree. Almost like a half splits too, right? But your leg is more diagonal here. Very good. Go ahead and come back up. Go ahead and do our tree on the other side. So you can have the ankle over the heel here, bottom of the foot at the calf, or on the inner thigh. Prayer hands are in front of the chest. Taking the hands up towards the ceiling. And then bring your hands back towards the chest and foot to go back towards the mat. So we're going to go ahead and take that left foot, place it behind us. Prayer hands are on our chest, and we're going into our warrior three. You can have your hands extended out if you'd like. Then bring the hands into flight, and then topple over into our toppling tree. And if you need to support yourself, you can. And then just go back into that when you're ready. You just do one hand or both. And bring the foot back down. Bring the torso up. Going into our Tadasana. Feet are hip width apart. Take the toes up towards the ceiling. Plant them onto your mat. Hands are beside you. Palms are facing forward. Whichever direction you're facing. Nice big circle overhead. Inhaling. Prayer hands together. Fold back. And then back into forward fold. Inhale halfway up. And exhale all the way down. Very good. Go ahead and walk your hands to the top of the mat. Go into your plank. And then let's go ahead and go into our tabletop. Cross the ankles behind us. Going into our seated position. And go ahead and place yourself on the center of the mat here. Very good. Go ahead and bind behind the legs. Bring the knees with you. Press the knees towards the chest. Flex the feet. And bring the forehead towards the knees. Very good. Reach in between the legs and take the heels up towards the ceiling. And now shift them a little bit towards the corner of the ceiling, closer towards the head. And go ahead and bind the outsides of the feet. And go into your happy baby pose. Bringing the knees towards the armpits. And then gently rock from left to right. A nice massage for the kidneys here. And back to center. Bring the feet back towards the mat. And walk the fingers in front of you, just at the tips there, and place the palms on the belly, in between the belly button and the rib cage. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. Place the backs of the hands next to your body. Both feet are extended to the top of the mat. Allow the feet to fall to the sides. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. ourselves, taking in all the strength and balance that we've built and created. Restoring our energy within us. Bottoms of the feet come together. Take the hands overhead. Nice big stretch, reaching the hands up towards the opposite side of the feet. And then release the hands and wrap them around your shoulders. Nice big hug for waking up this morning or meeting me here at the mat, whatever time of day it is. Bring the knees up towards the ceiling. Feet are hip width apart. Take the lower back and press it into the mat. Lifting the groin up towards the ceiling, just slightly. And release. Go ahead and take the knees towards the left side of the room. Back to center. Knees towards the right side of the room. Back to center. Take the hands and place them next to you on the floor. Palms are facing down, and allow to go ahead and windshield wiper those legs left to right. See if there's any remaining or lingering tension left there that you can just kind of work out. Very good. Go ahead and take the feet, lift them up, go back into your nice seated position here into Shavasana. Back to where we started, Sukhasana, sorry. Going to the left side here. Go ahead and bring the bottoms of the feet together and just wrap your fingers around the toes here. Grab the big toe with your index finger and thumb. Take that right leg, take it out in front. Lift that left heel off the floor. Balancing here on the tailbones. And alternate feet. Bring that right foot down and then take that left foot up towards the ceiling. And go ahead and go back into your Sukhasana. Nice deep breath in and exhale. exhale, take that left arm, place it behind you on the mat, and take the right ear towards the right shoulder. Nice spinal stretches here. Taking care of our necks. Releasing all the tension that we build there. Go ahead and back to center. Take your left hand, place it on your knee. Take that right hand next to you on the mat, just right behind the glutes. And then take the left ear to the left shoulder. Very good. Go ahead and take the chin towards the center and rotate the head towards the left side of the room. And then towards the right side. Thank you, friends, for joining me today. I hope to see you at the mat next time. Namaste.